Hello everybody, it's your boy the Punk Otaku Scribe. Let's talk about Terrifier. So I was admittedly late to the Terrifier party. I didn't see the first film when it released in 2018. I didn't see it until 2022 actually when a friend recommended it to me and they said you have to see this movie. So I pulled it up on what was then Vudu and watched it free with ads, and I ended up liking it so much I immediately bought it. I had to own this movie, right? I had to watch without ads. It was my favorite thing at the moment there. But that worked out best for me because with as much as I ended up liking it, it turned out I didn't have to wait 4 years for the sequel. I just had to wait 2 months. Now I can hear some of you Art the Clown heads already. And yes, I am aware and have seen both All Hallows Eve films. I actually saw those after the first Terrifier film, but we'll get to those some other time. I saw Terrifier 2 Halloween night of 2022, and I started a Screambox subscription just to watch it. And just like with the first film, I fell in love with it. In fact, I liked it even more than the first film. It was bigger, it was better, it had an actual story to it, as opposed to the first one. And ever since then, cut to now, I'm about all things Art the Clown and Terrifier now, man. I can't get enough of it. And as of this recording, we're a couple of weeks away from the release of Terrifier 3, and I am so stupidly excited for it. What makes this franchise work so well for me, and I think a lot of people will agree because it's the same for them, it's Art himself. He's kind of an anomaly because creating a new cultural icon is really hard. That's why there's 12 Friday the 13th movies and 13 Halloween movies and remakes of Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's just really hard to make a new cultural icon that the public at large will accept. And Art has broken that mold. He's become a new cultural icon, and I think we can all agree that we like him. Art the Clown is super sadistic and evil, but he's also really funny. And I think it's what gives him his charm is that he has a mixture of those traits. Like, say, a Freddy Krueger, right? Everyone loves Freddy because it's exactly what he's like. And Terrifier 3 looks to be keeping Art in that same mold. And that's another thing that I really like about Damien Leone and his work here. From All Hallows Eve up until Terrifier 2, he's been able to have the character, not just the movies, but the character just keep up in himself. And I think that's part of the excitement for Terrifier 3 for me. I just want to see where this is gonna go, because the assault bedroom scene from Terrifier 2, my mouth was just on the floor. My jaw was on the floor the entire scene. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Another thing is that because of some things that they set up in Terrifier 2, I got some theories going into this new one. They set up some interesting stuff, and if they decide to expand on it, I'm really interested to see what they do with that. I don't want to get into my theories too much because I am going to do a review of the new one, of course. But yeah, I have a couple of theories that I'm interested to see if they get fleshed out on, if they get expanded on. Now, considering the franchise and what it is, I'm not really expecting them to do much, but it'd be really cool to see where it goes if they do decide to give us a bit of info on what Art is and where he comes from. I don't want a motive for why he does what he does. Just like with Michael Myers, Art would be scariest if he didn't have a motive. He's scary as is. But if they want to do a little connective tissue on, how he's related or connected to Sienna and Jonathan and their dad and everything, and this sword that Sienna uses, that'd be really cool to know. But as far as a motive, don't do that. But also, it's always really cool to just have a Christmas horror movie, right? Those are always fun. So that's gonna be really cool to see as well. I don't know, man. For me, October 11th can't come fast enough, and I think I'm even gonna spring for the double feature that they're doing at my local theater for 2 and 3. I'm really excited. And I'm really hoping that Terrifier 3 is everything that I hope it will be. I went on a little longer than I wanted to for this video, but hey, that's just the power of Terrifier and Art the Clown, man. But what about you? Are you excited for Terrifier 3? What do you think about the franchise in general? Is this not your type of thing? Do you feel like this is just senseless, just gore garbage, and you don't understand why people are so gravitated towards it? Let's talk everything horror and Terrifier and ArttheClown down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.